All right, everyone, let's get started. First, I just want to say thank you guys for joining me today. I'm super excited about today's session with everyone. This is the future of marketing, key trends for 2025 and beyond. This is where you really start moving your business forward by adopting early, being that early adopter. Um, I had a friend once that refused to get a cell phone. She was like one of the last ones, and it seemed cool for her, but it wasn't cool to the rest of us. We thought she was out of touch. Hopefully you can get into some of these key trends early, be early adopters, and really move your business forward. Everyone's heard about AI, artificial intelligence, right? Many people are wondering, what impact will this have on their business? What I want to do today is unpack this AI revolution that we're going through, get into it a little further, really do a deep dive into how you can leverage AI for efficiency, but also I share more about how AI will be shifting the way you do business. We'll also be talking about some other trends that are really picking up, like video marketing, hyper local targeting, things like that. So we got a lot that we're going to jump into here today. Just a quick blurb about me and why you should listen to me. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to just really educate you. I'm trying to bring as much value as I can. If you want to work with us, there's folks on here that already work with us. Hope you guys are having as great of experience as we feel you are. But really, about me, I've been in this industry for a long, long time. I'm an associate member of the National Association of Home Builders, the local Denver HBA, the National Association of the Remodeling Industry, as well as the National Kitchen and Bath Association. Like I said, I'm a former remodeler, real estate developer, having developed $1 million properties here in Denver, fix and flips, things like that. So I know the challenges of working with customers, as well as how to find those customers. I'm also an author of the book Internet Marketing for Contractors and Builders, which I promise is the definitive guide when it comes to internet marketing for home improvement companies and really looking at it from the big picture point of view. You need to be on webinars like this to really get the deep dive stuff because things change so much in digital marketing, sometimes daily. That's something, really try to jump into these if you can. I'm also an admitted computer geek. I started coding way back in the mid late 80s when I first had to learned how to write code and all that. So I love this stuff. So I get to combine my two passions, computers and coding, with the home improvement industry and working with folks, being around folks and seeing them grow and succeed. So it's super exciting for me. I'm just really passionate about helping home improvement companies succeed online. I love seeing a new client have huge success with our programs and looking at some of those graphs and metrics that just kind of start to take off like a hockey stick. That's really what gets me excited, kind of makes me giddy. I'd say more importantly than any of that is I've had the opportunity at this point to work with a lot of home improvement business owners in some of the most competitive markets in the United States. And I'm proud to say that me and my team, we've been able to help a lot of these companies go from virtual obscurity online to the point where they're now dominant in their local markets. Lots of them getting in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 calls a month for kind of low volume stuff, and then well over 100 calls and more every single month for some of the high volume industries like HVAC and roofing, that we also serve. And all that's directly through the internet. And every single call is tracked by our team so that we can prove this out for you. Uh, this is what we do. We help contractors and home improvement contractors and companies increase their sales from the internet and ultimately increase their annual revenues year over year. We have an expert team of specialists that are each trained in their particular discipline, whether it be content writing or SEO or website development, running pay-per-click ads, putting together social media calendars. We've got everyone on our team to fill those spots. And really, the main driving force is that we're really passionate about what we do. We work exclusively with home improvement companies, and this is what we do all day, every day. So, whether you're a builder, a remodeling company, a general contractor, we've worked with tons of companies all across the United States. So, we've already created a template for success that you can really reap the benefits from. With the explosion of artificial intelligence, AI, that's all we're hearing about these days, right? Most people might just be thinking about AI generated content, hey, Chat GBT, write me an article on kitchen remodeling or something. But there are so many ways to implement AI into your business. It really is mind blowing what is happening right now with the AI revolution. And to be honest with you, we're not even here in the half, or not even probably, you know, 80, 90% of what's going on out there. There's a lot going on with AI, a lot that we haven't heard about, a lot that we don't even know about yet, and a lot that we don't know about because it's not even gotten to that stage yet. So there's going to be a lot of changes in the future. They're likening the AI revolution to the light bulb or the invention of the telephone. So we're talking big, big paradigm shifts in the way not only we do marketing, but in the way that we conduct our lives and live our lives. This AI technology, we're at the tip of the iceberg here. So it's really going to be groundbreaking, already has been, in fact. So the sooner you get on board, the better you're going to be, and really the more efficient that you're going to be able to make your business, because it's really about working smarter, not harder, right? So, what we're talking about here is a revolution in digital marketing. Using that definition of revolution, what this means for digital marketing is that the current status quo is being overthrown. There are newer, more efficient ways of doing things. And that's what we really want to dive into here. The easiest win coming from AI is to leverage it for efficiency. AI can automate repetitive tasks for you. It can help enhance your decision making, and it can optimize your marketing efforts, allowing businesses to achieve more with fewer resources. I mean, you can set up AI to listen to your calls, to understand what calls, have it looking for keywords and buzzwords. You can have it move things around, move your calls and call info, that the info that is being recorded and taken down, have it move it into a spreadsheet, maybe even move it into your CRM. And the automations are really limitless. Take some hard work up front to get that stuff built out, but it really truly is limitless. And then there's also this shift from content generation to data driven insights. What this means is that AI is moving beyond just creating content to actually analyzing data for you, predicting trends, and then optimizing those strategies in real time. And then you can ask your AI, your custom GBT or whatever it is, you can ask it questions back on based on that data, and it will keep spitting out answers. It's like talking to a person or a robot that analyzes data and says, well, Bob, this is what we think based on this data. It's captured all that data for you. It's put it into a spreadsheet or a document. And now you can ask it back, based on all this data, what do you think is the current trend that's developing here? Things like that. So just really, you got to think outside the box on how you can use this to really leverage it for efficiency in your business. And then AI also has a role in personalization and adaptive messaging. What this personalization means for you is that AI driven marketing will help tailor your content and messaging to individual users. That way, you're improving engagement and then improving those conversion rates, and you're getting to talk to more people, getting more opportunities for your business. One of the areas that AI and new technology will have the biggest impact is with the evolving nature of search platforms like Google, as well as other search engines and new platforms that maybe we haven't heard of or using yet, or maybe haven't even been invented yet, but are just right around the corner. The first is AI powered SEO strategies. We all know how important SEO is. You need to be on page one of Google in order to have that online visibility, in order to attract those phone calls. If you're on page two or page five or page 10, you're not getting those phone calls. We have a joke in the marketing industry. Where do you hide a dead body? on page two of Google. We're not very funny, but we think we are. But that's really the truth. If you're not on page one, you're not getting any phone calls at all. So that's really key for understanding search engines and how they're integrating AI tools like ChatGPT search and Google's own AI updates and their own AI search algorithms, this is then requiring businesses to adapt their SEO strategies accordingly. There's still a lot to unfold here, but suffice to say that you're going to need to spend more time understanding how SEO is evolving and how AI will fit into this strategy. If you're trying to do SEO and do your online marketing, you're already the jack of all trades. You're wearing every hat in the business. Taking on being an expert in SEO is probably not the smartest move. Let the experts handle that, whether it's us, whether it's another company. It doesn't matter to me. We love working with folks, but that's the one thing I'll say is you've got to be working with experts in digital marketing nowadays. It's changing so quick. Our whole team we have a mandate to allocate a certain amount of hours each week to continuing education. You must read an article, you must analyze it, and then you must share that with the team because it's just all happening so fast that you really, it's super difficult to stay up on it. So really keep that in mind. If you're trying to stay up on this, you really got to dedicate some time each day, each evening, maybe the weekends, whatever, to really think about where all this is going and how it's affecting your business and how you could really better position your business for success. We're also going to be seeing a rise in voice search with 41% of adults using voice search nowadays. That number is just going to keep growing. So, optimizing for conversational keywords is essential for ranking. And so, by conversational keywords, what I mean is that you need to think beyond simple keywords like just kitchen remodeling or bathroom remodeling. Think more along the lines of keyword questions, a whole question. For example, you can talk into voice search. Where can I find a high-end kitchen remodeler near me that offers design build services? Full on question, but that is a search query, just like kitchen remodeler near me is a search query. And so all this will then guide your content strategy and then the keywords that you're trying to target, the key phrases that you're targeting, hundreds of different variations now because you're using what we call short tail keywords, longer tailed keywords with maybe 4 or 5 words. And now we're talking whole key phrases. And now you can put that key phrase into a blog article. And then Google says, ooh, here's the first relevant result that has that exact same key phrase that person just typed in to search, and they go, boom, right there. This is where we want to go. That's your company that has that result on their blog page. The next thing is visual search growth. Google Lens and image-based searches are really increasing, really emphasizing the need for high-quality SEO-optimized images. And by SEO optimized, we're talking about embedded metadata like location data, where the customer images were taken, that exact address, those GPS coordinates. Or changing the file name of each image before you upload it to Google, before you upload it to your website to represent your target keywords. And then even adding text overlays onto your images so that Google picks that up too. It sees an image, sees the text overlay that says this is a kitchen remodel in a certain neighborhood of a certain city, and then the embedded data says indeed that picture was taken there. So now Google knows you have experience in that service in that exact neighborhood. You're really proving a point here. You're really satisfying that Google algorithm, that EAT algorithm, EEAT, experience, expertise, authority, and trust. So a lot of that gets built into the SEO strategies, the content strategies, the image strategies, the video marketing strategies. Also of note is that Google just announced this past week, just saw this on the news last Friday, that AI images will be labeled as such. They will be telling people this is an AI image, this is a fake image, this is not your work, this is not your craftsmanship, this is not the kitchen remodel that you just did. What they really want you to do is showcase your own work, your own craftsmanship. And this AI images that people were using, we knew this. Everything that's a cheat code is a cheat code. It's a cheat. It's a shortcut. And we digital marketers knew this wouldn't last. Just like typing in simple queries into Chat GPT and pumping out content by the billions of pages. Now all those pages have been de-indexed. We have real writers on staff. They use Chat GPT to get ideas. It's a starting point, and then you start massaging and reworking that content, rewriting it so that it sounds like a real person. You can't just let Chat GPT spit out content and then think you can go throw that on your blog and get some credibility for that. Google's going to say, we know this is fake content. It's AI generated content. So it's a shortcut, and we all know what shortcuts get you. Usually shoddy craftsmanship, work that's not going to last, that's not going to stand the test of time. And we're seeing the same thing in digital marketing. It will not stand the test of time. Um, there are also going to be a challenge when it comes to what we call zero-click searches. More searches now end on Google's search page itself, that position zero at the top of page one, making those what were called featured snippets, making those really crucial for visibility. Those featured snippets are pulled from website results, like that key phrase that I was just talking about before that you put into a blog, and now that's pulled out, and Google is highlighting your result, and then it's linking to your web page. So the better and more informative your content is on your website, the more of a chance your content is going to feature highly desired on page one and in one of those, highly desired, top three, top five spots on page one of Google. And then, along with AI and other technology changes, we're going to see a lot of changes and evolution when it comes to the customer journey and generating more engagement. These changes will affect your SEO and your consumers' search behavior, but it will also have an impact on all the marketing channels and social media that you're on. So, think about the customer journey and every step that they go through. How they come up with the ideas? So what thoughts are they having? And then how your content can really start answering those initial thoughts, those initial visions and dreams that they're having for the project. And then what does that customer journey look like? What happens when they get to your website? How do you guide them through your website with internal page linking, more images, taking them to different pages? Maybe you have links that open up in another browser window that take them to your Google reviews, or click on the map on your website will take them to those Google reviews. Maybe taking them to your Facebook, your Instagram images, that whole customer journey. What all are they looking at? What does that customer journey look like? That road, that winding road of how they initially have a concept for that kitchen remodel, that basement remodel, that new home addition, that first conversation they have over the dinner table one night, to actually how they get through all these different contractors and different stuff they're looking at online, and then how that ultimately leads them to calling you or submitting a web form on your page. So that's think about that customer journey, because that's really what it's all about, is that journey of how they get to you, and you get that opportunity to be able to talk to them and pitch them on your services, your vision for their project, and why you're the right company to go with. One of the marketing concepts I like most is a concept of omnipresence, which really just means being everywhere at all times. So think in terms of brand awareness and top of mind marketing that we all know is so important. And this is what I was just talking about previously here is where they go, that from your website to your Google page to your social media channels to maybe your YouTube channel, maybe you've got a podcast even. So we're going to really continue seeing what I'm calling the rise of omni-channel marketing. Consumers will be engaging across multiple platforms with you. And so you want those marketing messages to be seamless, to have connected experiences across multiple platforms, which will be key to consumer retention as well. And then remember too that not everyone uses the same platforms. Younger generations, the younger generation of homeowners, they're not so much on Facebook anymore. They're starting to get on TikTok, or maybe they're on YouTube watching videos. Their attention span tends to be a little shorter, and they don't want to read all this content. Whereas maybe, older folks like me, old school folks, maybe want to read your blogs and press releases that you're putting out, really get a feel for you and really think this through. So just think about the fact that you're serving a demographic of probably early 30s all the way up into the 60s, maybe even 70s, but most of those people are kind of content where they're at. They're not making changes. They're not really doing home remodels. So that's a 30, maybe 40 years of it's a whole generation, maybe two generations in there of how people grew up, what channels they grew up with, what social platforms they grew up with. So we're going to really start seeing a lot of changes in that regard as well. We're also going to be seeing big changes when it comes to personalization and privacy, with growing privacy concerns and the phase out of cookies. Those cookies that get dropped into your browser, now you're getting followed around everywhere. Marketers are going to have to balance data-driven personalization with ethical practices. Recall, if you will, how iPhones, it was about, I think, 2 years ago, where they allowed um, consumers to stop being tracked with cookies. You can actually set that setting in your iPhone. And so now you really couldn't be served ads as you surfed all around the internet or Facebook on your iPhone. So think about how you can offer more personalized content, where your target audience doesn't really feel targeted, but more like your content is really tailored specifically for them, based on them previously visiting or interacting with you or your website. So that personalization is really going to be important. And I also want to mention local and what I call hyper local SEO. What I mean by this are those new near me searches, which are growing in popularity. This makes localized content even more important. In other words, including different search areas in your content, your blogs, your images, everything that you're putting out there in order to let Google know the exact areas that you serve and have experience in working in. Google Business Profile Optimization will remain crucial going forward. Adding images and videos on a routine basis, getting a consistent and steady flow of customer reviews. That, of course, is always going to be important, as well as adding Google posts that you then link back to your website, or link back to your social media. Again, you're creating that seamless content transition, that journey that we just talked about. Local backlinks will be critical. That's a real core tenet of SEO. That's what really helps you build authority and credibility because of all the other websites that are linking to you. And then I really want to jump into one of the bigger trends, really taking a front seat these days in terms of building brand awareness online, and that's video marketing. Besides video platforms like YouTube and TikTok, as well as doing video shorts on Facebook and Instagram, video is really becoming ever more popular. Video, it's not only fun to watch and engage with and learn from, like we all do that, right? We watch videos, we learn something. I'll try to learn how to do something on my trailer or my engine, or whatever. But people want to learn about how kitchens and bathrooms come together, or how cabinets are built, maybe, just out of curiosity. This keeps users engaged when they're using video, because video, it really converts at about 8 times the rate of written content online. I always say that's why, cat videos go viral. It's just mesmerizing to watch videos, whereas people get bored with reading your content pretty quickly, page after page after page. So videos are really important. Video also gives consumers a better opportunity to get to know you, who you are in your business, what you're about, how you came into this business, your vision for how you help consumers bring their remodeling dreams to life, to really bring those dreams, to help make them come true. When people are doing this big, expensive remodel, it's not just a remodel, it's not just work. This is a dream, a vision coming to life. So to be able to kind of convey that in video can be really fun. That's the one thing is make these fun. Don't look at it as a chore. Maybe the first time you do a video, maybe the first couple of times, you're not super excited about the result, but the more you can really embrace it, the more you can have fun with it. Laugh at yourself if you want. Laugh in the video if you want. I do it. I make fun of myself all the time. I'm very self-deprecating because I kind of think it's funny, and sometimes I think I deserve it too. But you really need to keep an open mind with this. Most importantly, you need to realize that video marketing and how it ties in with social media, it's really a growing aspect of Google's algorithm as well. Like I said, it's really all tying it in together with search, with social connections, with your website and building your brand. There's a lot to it. So let's dive in a little more to it. First, let's talk about the power of short form video. Just really quick, we got a ton of people on. Just give me a one in the chat if you're doing any kind of videos at all, any kind of short form videos, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, maybe even longer videos. Anyone doing that? See just a couple ones coming in. Doesn't look like a lot of folks are doing video. So, these video shorts can really help you dominate user engagement, making bite-sized video content essential. These short form videos are quick and easy to make, yet you can generate a ton of engagement from your followers. And it gives you the opportunity to really become the authority and subject matter expert on your business and in your industry. And then there's also immersive and interactive content. Now, these are concepts like augmented reality and virtual reality experiences to where you can really, really immerse yourself in the experience, in the design process, in the video of how a kitchen's coming together, maybe time lapse video, or maybe we're talking about interactive quizzes that boost engagement, get people to really kind of engage with your content. And then we're also talking about 360-degree videos. Those are really gaining traction, increasing customer engagement, as well as giving them a deeper look inside your design process, your craftsmanship, and what really goes into those finished products that you're producing. Also, if any of you are selling products online, fixtures, lighting, countertops, cabinets. Social commerce is a growing trend as well. Social platforms are really transforming into e-commerce hubs, making direct shopping features a really powerful sales tool that you can capitalize on. And you kind of already see this with Google Business Profile pages as well as Facebook. You can advertise your different products on there and list those different products and their features. So for any of you that are selling products, that's something to also think about from kind of an e-commerce standpoint and how that's going to evolve. And so, really, what does the future of advertising and branding look like for your company? Lots of different folks on here, so everyone's got a different vision. Some people got different services. Other people have different ideas on how they want to grow, how fast they want to grow. Some people that might be at $1 million. We got other people on here that I know that you're in that 5, 10 million range or more. So everyone's got a different future. What does that look like for you in terms of your own advertising and branding? There are going to be a lot of changes coming in. And one thing that we know about change is that changes aren't permanent, but change is. So I really encourage you to embrace change and really think about how you can keep moving your business forward and keep evolving it over time. Some of you might already have some experience with this, but AI has really already started to insert itself into digital ads. Not sure how many folks on here are running digital ads. Give me a one in chat again if you're running digital ads. Facebook ads, pay-per-click ads, or if you're doing anything like that. I see a couple ones coming in and a couple more no's, no, but we want to. Yeah, Allie, yeah, definitely something to think about. Give us a shout if you want to add some digital ads in or just maybe get some coaching from us. Um, but AI has really inserted itself into digital ads. Not only does it make it easier to create ads and ad campaigns, but it also allows for smarter and really what we call hyper targeting. As well as automating the bidding processes that go on. And also gives you more predictive analytics. And what I mean by predictive analytics are the analysis that you can do that you can easily make predictions on how people are going to react or engage with your ad and then make those changes in real time. And then lastly, using smart automations to keep you top of mind for consumers. We talk about that a lot. You really need to stay top of mind with retargeting ads, really, stay in touch with people because a lot of these remodeling jobs, especially the really big ones, 200,000, 500,000, million, or $2, $3 million custom homes, these don't convert overnight. You got to stay top of mind for those people. When they haven't said, yes, let's move forward, doesn't mean they went with someone else. It just means they haven't made a decision yet. And so when they go to Facebook, they start surfing the internet again, you want to pop up an ad there and say, hey, are you still thinking about that kitchen remodel? And then you can target them with ads. You can target them more with emails, text, all kinds of stuff. So again, marketing automation is really carving a path forward for a lot of companies these days. Most companies, I should say. And then authenticity wins. What I mean by this in a nutshell, what I'm talking about here is that brands that focus on transparency, that build trust with their audience, and that are creating value-driven messaging, this is what will resonate more with the modern consumer. You have to adapt with the times because remember, your targeted consumers, your audience that you're targeting, they're adapting to changes in the world around us. And so you need to do likewise. You can't just say, I don't feel like doing AI or using marketing automation or whatever, because you're going to get left behind. That's like saying, oh, those cars are too fancy. I'm going to stay in my horse and buggy. You look probably a little bit silly right now if you're still in a horse and buggy, unless you're making furniture in Amish country, and they make some beautiful furniture, by the way. One last thing I want to mention is sustainability in marketing. When we talk about ethical and eco-conscious branding, we're really talking about this becoming a major differentiator as consumers prioritize sustainability in all facets of their life. And so sustainability going forward will not only mean recycling and just trying to do right by Mother Earth, but it's also, we're talking about finding ways to make your marketing and your business practices more eco-friendly, more sustainable. How can you prove that you are thinking about these things and that ethics and the way that your business operates from an ethical standpoint is something that you care about? This is what's going to resonate with customers as well, because people don't want to do business with people that are shortcutting, that are, taking, waste materials and just throwing them in some back alley dumpster somewhere. They want to know that you're really conscious about how we can really prolong the life of Earth and life around us, because we've only got one Earth to live on here. So this really means a lot for a lot of people going forward. So that could be something you can talk about too in your press releases, how you've adopted a new sustainability practice, something like that. So I've talked a lot so far, really a lot to digest here. I didn't want to go too long in this webinar because there's just like, it's just can kind of be overload, that little emoji with the head blowing up, like, whoa, we got a lot to think about how we can start using AI in our work. So it is a lot to digest. There's a lot changing in this world. There's also a lot that stays the same too. So how can you best blend those two concepts where your business will keep moving forward and growing, some things that you will keep and other things that you need to evolve with. So I know it's a lot to chew on right now, but just think about how you can work smarter, not harder. We use that phrase a lot, right, in life. Work smarter, not harder. Be more efficient. Any questions that folks have for me before we end up logging off here. I saw a couple of questions. Someone mentioned what's a custom chat GBT. So um, ChatGPT, as you all know, you can go there and have it spit out a content for you. But you can also say, you can have it arrange things into a spreadsheet for you and say you can build a custom chat GBT, and maybe I'll make a video on that now I think about it, where you can customize this for your own business, where you can have chat GBT, listen to call recordings, you upload that recording, listen to this recording, and you ask it for certain information to come out. And then you can do that call after call. You can put them all in there. And then you can say, hey, take all those calls and I want this information put in a spreadsheet. In column A, I want the first name. Column B, I want the second or last name if there was one given. Column C of the spreadsheet will be the phone number, so on and so on. And then you can have it extract information from that. Based on this spreadsheet that you just created for me, the next step would be putting those people into your CRM, or dividing them based on the services that they were asking for. Maybe one group of kitchen remodeling requests versus a group of bathroom remodeling requests, so on and so forth. There are just so many ways you can use it. That's just one example of thousands, really. But you can design a custom chat GBT. I think I'm going to do a video on how to do that. So stay tuned for that dropping sometime here in the future. But you can make these for your business, no matter what business you have. We have some. We're going to have more and more of them. They basically become your AI employee. They're doing things for you instead of you telling your office manager, "Hey, go make me a spreadsheet and catalog all this stuff." AI is doing it for you. So it's really what we're calling an AI employee, and we're trying to really grow and evolve this so that we can share this with our partners that we work with, our clients, so that maybe they can incorporate that into their business as well. Now you're working smarter, not harder. You're saving time. You're becoming more efficient, and now you don't have to worry about keep hiring people. You can have this stuff getting being automated for you. So there's a lot that when it comes to that. I saw another question about video marketing. Karen said she hates video. She doesn't want to see herself on video. So Karen, you're not the first person that said this. You're not going to be the last. I used to say that too. And here I am doing webinars, doing videos, and doing podcasts and everything else. Just what I'd say is get over yourself. Get over that idea of how you look on video, how you sound. First, we're all beautiful, if not outside, inside. But who cares? Just go out there and do it. And really, I'll say too, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be. Your first video, your first selfie video of, hey, I'm out here on site. We're doing a kitchen remodel here in the such and such neighborhood of Austin, Texas, whatever. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. And then the better you're going to look, the better you're going to sound. I can tell you my first video, it stunk. It really sucked. And I didn't use it. And I recorded it, another 10 times before I was like, okay, I like that one. And when you think about each video, you really want it to be, 30 seconds, 60 seconds. I think a minute and a half is tops for shorts. So we're talking, let's say, a minute. And if you have to re-record it 10 times, now we're up to 10 minutes of your day. And now you got video content here. And so think about that. Also think about doing videos in clumps. And what I mean by that is set aside 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours, half a day, a whole day, whatever it may be that you can fit into your schedule, and do a bunch of videos in batches. And then you can drip those out over time. You can record 5 or 6, 1 minute videos. And now you've got 5 or 6 videos that you can drip out over 2 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks. And then you do it again the next month, or, every 2 weeks. You say, I've got a 4-hour slot and I'm just going to record a bunch of videos. And then, Karen also just asked, well, what's the content for those videos? The best content is think about the questions people are asking you all the time. You talk to consumers, you talk to people that want your remodeling services every day. What questions do they ask you? What are the main questions? How long does this take? Do you handle permitting? Will you be doing the design? Can we have some input on the design process? When you start, what's it going to look like for your your employees, your tradesmen, your craftsmen coming into my house? Like the questions go on and on, right? They never stop what these questions are, but I guarantee you that they're the same questions, that you get over and over and over and over. So these are great questions. This is great content, and this is how you build engagement. This is how you build a following because someone sees your company they want to follow you, but then you're not really putting out any good content. They're not going to really follow you too much anymore. But if they see your company, they're like, man, I might be in the market for a kitchen remodel at some point. And look, Dave here or Pablo or Karen, we're talking to here. You may be able to entice them to start watching your videos because you're putting those questions out there for them and they're watching your videos. They're like, oh, that's cool. And then, oh, that's cool. And then, after 3 months or 6 months or even a year, maybe they finally call you and say, hey, I've been watching your stuff. You've really answered a lot of questions. I feel a lot more comfortable working with you than someone else. Like, can we get together for a design consult? And boom, you've got a consult now. You've got a bird in the hand, what they say. You've got someone that you've got an opportunity with now. And this happens to me all the time. I get people that come out from a year, 2 years out that say, hey, I've been following your content, love what you're putting out there, love the education, the value. You've helped me with a lot. And now I've realized I'm at a point I just can't do this anymore. And you guys are the experts and you're going to get 10 times better results than I am anyways. And I don't want to work weekends and nights anymore. I got a family I want to spend time with. So here, I'm hiring you, Bob. That's happened a lot. And I want that to happen for you guys too. And content, becoming a content machine, a real marketing machine is how you do that. So that's how you do videos. Just the questions that are being asked, anything you think of, I guarantee that someone has that question for you, are wondering about what that topic is. So just start doing that, and that's how you can really get some content out there. And then once you really get going, it becomes easy, and you might even find yourself starting to look forward to actually, putting out content on a regular basis, doing videos on a regular basis. So I'm going to wrap up there. We're coming up on the 45-minute mark. I wanted to kind of keep this one a little bit short. If you got any other questions for me, reach out, email me, call me, hit us up on social media, on Facebook Messenger. Happy to talk to you, happy to give you some guidance and how you can really move your business forward. If you want to work with us, if you really want to scale your company, you're looking at 2x, 3x, 10x growth. That's something we can do. So we can talk about that as well. But I really want to thank everyone for coming on. Thank you for the folks that submitted some chats, told me, gave me some ones that told me you're not working with AI. Think about it. Definitely want to start adding that into your marketing strategy. But I really want to thank everyone for being on here. It's been great spending time with you today. I hope that I've given you some good education, some good value, some actionable content that you can actually start implementing something in your business because it's not about just sitting here and listening to me and saying, well, that was pretty cool. And it sounds like that dude knows what he's talking about. I want you to implement this in your business. If we're not working with you, if we're not helping you, then do it yourself. Keep your business moving forward because the future is coming at us at a really, really fast, accelerating rate. So you want to be one of those early adopters that gets on that train early and not at the last stop. Take advantage of what the future has in store. Again, thank you for being on the workshop with me today. Reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, I really enjoyed having you on, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month on our next webinar. All right, everyone, take care and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.